never in my wildest dreams I think we'd go to Baghdad.
Back in 2003, this Tennessee National Guard soldier, who expected he would support the invasion of Iraq from the rear in Kuwait, ended up with frontline troops at the tip of the spear in the charge to Baghdad.
Probably the whole time, the first 2 or 3 months, you can always hear and see things going off, bullets, bombs, things like that.
Dwayne Gregg's expertise made him as vital to the invasion force as fuel, ammunition, and food.
This is the crossing into Iraq.
Troops needed lots of water to maintain the lightning-fast 3-week push across the desert. And as an expert in water purification, this Tennessee National Guard soldier found himself at times ahead of the fight.
This was, like I say, just wide open desert, which...
Once strike teams entered a population center, Sergeant Gregg's small support crew would skirt the city limits, leapfrog that fighting force, and set up on the other side of town with this equipment.
It's the equipment that we use to turn any body of water into drinkable water through a system of filtration and chemicals.
U.S. troops storming out of the city could then resupply their canteens moving forward, keeping up the rapid pace of the attack.
We were set up to support about 20,000. We ended up supporting about 80,000 troops. It was odd that they would choose a National Guard unit, but we became known as the most forwardly deployed supply unit on the way to Baghdad.
On the push north, the desert critters they encountered stand out, and so does the reaction from Iraqi civilians.
When we would be driving through places and people would come out and start clapping for us and cheering for us and holding up signs.
Gregg held on to the rules of engagement card, giving U.S. troops the okay to shoot hostile threats. He also kept this Iraqi uniform, gas mask, and bayonet, all reminders of that surprise mission in March of 2003.
This isn't something wrong with the camera. This is what it looks like when you look at, yeah.
Gregg says at the time his commanders warned them to expect a chemical attack and prepare for 60 to 80% of the unit not making it back. But 3 weeks after rolling across the border, this Tennessee soldier was in Baghdad.
And we were not just the first water purification unit that came into Iraq or that came into Baghdad. We were the only water purification unit in the area.
His team set up outside Saddam's palaces, draining water from these man-made lakes and supplying U.S. troops as they transitioned from an invasion force to helping stabilize the country with supportive politicians and civilians.
The longer, though, that we were there, the more they were kind of saying, thanks for coming, you've done your job, we appreciate it, let us take it from here. And that was even, we were there 6 or 7 months total. But you could already start to see that kind of feelings in people.
And reflecting on a war that would end up lasting 9 years, this soldier says after witnessing the fast start, he was surprised it took so long for U.S. forces to leave Iraq.
I honestly hope that their country will see this as an opportunity and be able to take it back over and run it democratically without control from other countries.